I was recently made aware of a video by G-Man Grills named What Happened to Swordmasters.io. If you haven't watched that video, go do so after finishing this one. I will link it in the description. In this video, he addresses a major issue that is introduced by TradeRot, which is possibly the cause of the low player counts. So I will be going into this today. TradeRot allows players to trade with each other with no restrictions. This means that players who reach level 100 are instantly able to access the highest tier gear in the game by simply begging a higher level player to give it to them. This skips the need to even play the game to get stronger, meaning you can finish the entire game in about an hour or two. So people quit because the game is boring when there is no challenge to progressing. I completely agree with what G-Man Grill said in his video. I do think that is a major issue for the game. You can reach TradeRot in about 25 minutes after starting the game. How do we fix this? How can we keep the progression of the game without removing one of the most important features? Number 1. Make separate rooms for lower level players in TradeRot. A simple way to prevent high level players from handing new players weapons from the final rod is to simply separate them in separate rooms. This would allow players who are lower level to still trade items with other players who are around that level. Meaning trading is also actually more meaningful at this stage in the game. Since good luck affording anything worth your time at this early into the game. We already have a level bracket system for PvP, so it wouldn't be too much work for the developers to port this over to TradeRot. Number 2. Simply increase the level required to trade. TradeRot's level requirement is outdated, and I'm going to admit that. Trading was added back in March of 2024, when the highest level players were about level 5000 to 6000. Allowing lower level players in TradeRot made sense, as locking TradeRot to the end of the game would lock thousands of players out of TradeRot. Admittedly, this is a more rushed way to approach it, but it would also prevent people from going to TradeRot frame 1 of hitting level 100 and begging for high level items. Number 3. Simply make items level locked. This approach would mean that lower level players would not be able to equip weapons or shields from worlds that they have not unlocked yet. This effectively kills the issue of being able to skip all progression, as to equip more powerful swords, you would have to level up first. You'd be allowed to carry the sword in your inventory, but not use it until you are high enough level. This could potentially be bypassed with power, but let's be real, most of us aren't looking to give a random level 100 a ton of power. So, what can we do for now? Currently, as also stated in G-Man Grill's video, we strongly advise not to give powerful items to players who haven't unlocked the later rods yet, as it gives them an unrealistic expectation of how powerful they will be once they actually reach those rods. I'd advise not to give players who beg for items in TradeRot anything in general, as it fuels the behavior of people sitting in TradeRot all day spamming the chat asking for free stuff, and nobody likes that. I have also brought up the issue of TradeRot throwing a wrench into progression to the game's developers. Amray stated, "I'm going to do something about it." Which one of these changes will be implemented? We don't know yet, but I'm glad to see that the developers acknowledge that this is an issue. I'd like to thank Creeksander for bringing the video to my attention and G-Man Grills for making said video. As I said, his video is linked in the description and you should go watch it and give it a like. That being said, thank you all for watching, thanks to my channel members shown on screen, leave a like, comment and subscribe, let me know what you thought of this video and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye!